Hey everybody, welcome to the Dano channel. I am Dano and I'm back with another Star Wars unboxing video. This time we're going to be looking at Hot Wheels Starships. Now, you may not know this, but we bought a new house here a couple months back and we decided to make our bathroom a Star Wars bathroom. So we painted the walls dark. We ended up, putting up decals and stuff on the walls, Star Wars ships, there's some Star Destroyers, some TIE Fighters, put up a cool Star Wars shower curtain, trash can, all that. And it's a really cool Star Wars bathroom, but the one thing that it's really needed, and the reason I haven't put on a full video on it yet, is because I needed Starships. And these new Hot Wheels ones just came out during Rogue Friday, and they had ones that were there before. These are actually older ones. You can see the packaging is a little bit different than the newer packaging. So these I actually got discounted, these old TIE Fighters. And the old ones I'll open first. Let's actually just do it right now. Oh, cool, that was really easy. They just pop right open, and they're little die-cast figures, so they're actually pretty light, and they're really sturdy, and they don't bend like Micro Machines do. But these older ones came with this little finger holder thing, and a little hole on the bottom of the ship, so you could pretend like you're flying like this, which is cool. It's cool. Oop, and it's gone forever. Oop, and it's gone forever. Let me open up the other one before I pick that one up. Alright, again, so same thing. It has a little weird finger holder. And you're supposed to I don't know. It's weird. So what I ended up picking up, because I have an X-Wing model, and I have a model of Darth Vader's TIE Fighter, I picked up 2 more TIE Fighters, I picked up 2 A-Wings, 1 more X-Wing, and a Y-Wing. So I guess first, let's do the A-Wing since there's 2 of them. Just open it up, and I like that it says from Star Wars Rebels. If you watch Star Wars Rebels, them finding the A-Wing was really cool. They've actually done a lot of neat ships in Star Wars Rebels. There's been the A-Wings like this. Oh, this looks really good. It feels nice and light too. They've also done Y-Wings. They picked up some Y-Wings recently. There was an episode last season where they looked at B-Wings, which was really cool to see the origin of the B-Wing. I don't know how this goes in. I assume I just punch this little thing down. See, these are different. These newer ones actually have a stand. It's not really a thing to put on your finger, but it's a little display stand for your vehicle. And, oh, that's cool. Because it said Rebels, if we look close at the bottom, the actual shape of it is the Rebel symbol. It's not like the Rebel Alliance symbol, but it's a symbol they use in Star Wars Rebels. So again, my second one's going to do the exact same thing. Let's unbox the next one, which is going to be our X-Wing. I'm just mangling these because I don't care about the packaging. These are going to live in my bathroom. Now if you look at the front, that's pretty cool looking. They, instead of the Rebel symbol from the TV show, it's actually a symbol of the Rebel Alliance, their full-on version. You can see there's a little bit of an evolution there of how it started and how it ended up, which is really cool touch. And if you don't watch Rebels, you need to watch Rebels. It is so good, I just can't recommend it enough. These are gonna look so good in my bathroom. Alright, now the thing about the whole bathroom is, the rest of this video, once I'm done really looking at these toys up close, is we're gonna string them up in my bathroom in a fashion that when you open the door, they'll go up and down. And I'm gonna show you guys how I do that. I used to have a Toy Story bathroom at the apartment I used to live at, and we did that with the Army Men parachute guys. They would kind of bobble down and stuff when you'd open the door. Now we're going to do that this time with Starships, so it'll be pretty neat. And the cool thing is you don't have to do it in your bathroom, but if you have your own room and you want to hook something up like that while you're playing, this will teach you exactly how to do it. Alright, I think we've got something going on here. There we go. Almost, maybe not. How the heck is it supposed to go on there? Doesn't make sense. Oh, there we go. Finally got it. Okay, cool. So this one also has a Rebel symbol, similar to the X-Wing. I think these things look amazing. Let's take a look up close. Alright, so first up, let's take a look at the TIE Fighter up close. Look at the detail on that. It looks really good. There is a little, mold marker right there, which is cool. But just the little rivets in the design. The solar panels look really cool. The back, is that kind of clear? What is that? It's kind of clear, isn't it? Interesting. And there's a little hole where you actually put the holder. And it's got this little hole right there. There it is. And you got some markings on the back, of course. But overall, I think it's a really cool looking TIE Fighter. And then this is what it looks like on its little finger display stand. You're supposed to place your finger inside there. I don't know if those are supposed to be guns on the bottom, but they do look pretty cool. I like it. They're going to look really good strung up in the bathroom. So next up, let's take a look at the X-Wing, and there's a closer look at that rebel symbol I was talking about. See, it's kind of like a dragon or a phoenix rising up. I think it's supposed to be a phoenix. If you didn't know, phoenix usually symbolizes like a rebirth or a change, and that's kind of what the rebellion is. It's a rebirth. It's a restructuring. But look at that A-Wing. The A-Wing looks really good. I like the details on it. I like the green color. That's really cool. Little arrows on the side. I like it, I like it. And then here's one. You can see the hole in the bottom. Again, there's those like clear pieces, those three of them. Looks good. I like it. And the next we're going to take a look at the X-Wing. Now what I like about these is notice how straight those things are. They're not all bent like some of the Micro Machines get. They're very straight. So these look good. I like the little details. It's not super detailed. I actually might paint it. I might buy other ones to paint them and make them look a little more detailed. Like these little things in the back should be a little darker gray. So I might change the paint job myself just to make them look a little bit more accurate and a little more weathered. But for right now, it'll get the job done. That looks pretty good. And last, let's look at the Y-Wing. They just look a little too clean, if you know what I'm saying. Oh, look at that. You can see through. It's like clear plastic. That is really cool. And there's the cockpit. Ooh, there's a little fuzzy on there. See if we can get that fuzzy off. Oh, good. The fuzzy came right off. There's another one. Look at that. Another little fuzzy. But I do like the design. I like the design. And notice this one is a Rebel symbol, much like the X-Wing down there. It's the full new Rebel symbol for the Rebel Alliance. But these things look really good. Alright guys, now that we've taken a close-up look at all the ships, now it's time for a little bit of a tutorial on how to string them up to make them move. Okay, the things we're going to need are going to be thumbtacks and fishing wire. Oh, and scissors. You need scissors so you can cut the fishing wire. But really, that's it.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to be doing is learning how to string up one that's just stationary, not one that moves up and down, but just stays still. Now I do have to warn you, working with fishing line like this is kind of hard to do, especially when you're tying small knots. So what we're going to start by doing is basically just tying a little knot around the body. I like to leave them loose so there's kind of a floating loop. And with my finger underneath the knot, I actually like to tie one more knot on top of that just to kind of keep it secure. But again, you do have to be really, really careful when you're doing this because, as you can tell here, you're working with a really small, clear piece of plastic that it's just hard to see what you're doing, and it's hard to keep it straight. So you guys have been warned. Now once you got that all secure, there you go. Pull it tight. Pull it nice and tight. Okay, cool. And we're going to be able to cut off that little excess strip once we finish. But next, we got to look at how to make a loop that's going to attach to a thumbtack. So we have our small loop, and this is the other end of the string that's connected to the TIE Fighter. So we're going to basically make this tiny loop, and we're going to do the same thing, but instead of a bigger one that goes around the body, I'm going to make a small one. Now to make things easier, I'm actually going to tie it around scissors so that I have something to kind of keep it stable that's a little bit smaller than my finger, but it's, you know, just something a little different. And that way, when I'm done, I can actually just slide it right off the end, and it makes life a lot easier. So you can see I'm just using the scissors, and I'm going to tie this little knot, and I'm going to be able to tighten it as much as possible. If you don't pull it super tight, you won't bend the string enough, and then it won't stay in a knot. So there we go. We've got a nice tight little knot, very small. Now we get our thumbtack. We're going to put that through the small knot. If you can, pull it even tighter so that it just fits really snugly around the end of the thumbtack. But you're basically ready to hang. So now we're going to stick that up into the roof. And now you can see it's kind of just hanging there, floating, doing its thing. But we have these other ones that do move up and down. So if you want to use those, it's basically the exact same idea. So take this Y-Wing here. He's actually connected to kind of a pulley system. Notice there's a thumbtack right here with a loop. All we've done differently is we've taken from the Y-Wing a longer string that's now, instead of a thumbtack, tied to a nail that is on the door, and that's strung through that floating loop up top, so that now, using kind of a pulley system, every time we open the door, certain ones of these ships, they'll go up and down. Some of them stay still, but some of them move up and down, and it's got a cool little spacey effect.
Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned a little bit. Let me know what you thought about these Hot Wheels down in the comments below. Leave a thumbs up, and if you're new around here, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And as always, may the Force have with you, and goodbye forever.